What's an ultimate study Bible? Welcome to Bible on the Go with Dr. Dan, our once a month special on Bible reviews. I have here a Bible in this hand that is what I really consider to be the ultimate study Bible. Because this Bible, you have to study it. It's got a lot of information in it. Look at all the bookmarks I have in it. And I liked it so much I had my name embossed on it. What's the title of this Bible? It's a long one. The Chronological Life Application Study Bible. I'll say it again. The Chronological Life Application Study Bible. So before we go any further, it's a chronological Bible. It doesn't have the books in the regular canonical order like Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers. No, see, on every single page, it's got a timeline of where you are relative to where the text is, and it has the full text of the Bible in the best chronological order that they could put it. And along with that, it has the world-famous Life Application Study Bible notes, which are very meaningful and very helpful. This Bible's loaded with features, and I'm going to talk about them. So, one of the things you have to notice is the beautiful pictures inside of it, because on almost every page, there's either a real picture that's been taken, or there's a inlaid color picture of some part of the geography. And you know, maps are just fantastic to help us appreciate the fact that the Bible is telling us the truth about things. Now, I want to walk you through these bookmarks and help you see why I value this so much. And let me tell you something. All these bookmarks are just the tip of the iceberg of all the different helps, charts, insights in this ultimate study Bible, the Chronological Life Application Study Bible. Let's look at this first one. This table has a thing called theophanies in Scripture. Theophanies, when God showed up in human form in the Old Testament, that's amazing. Another thing I failed to mention was in the timeline, the timeline's the same no matter what page you go on, right? But it highlights in bold where you're at. So it's very powerful, and each little piece helps you to understand what's going on. Let's look at this one. Christ in the Psalms. With the scripture references and where they were fulfilled in the New Testament. Very powerful, very meaningful. And then, look at this. Across 2 pages, Bible persecutions. Who was persecuted, who persecuted them, why the persecution, what the result was, what the reference was. Amazing. Very exhaustive. And then this one, who were the prophets? This is extremely valuable information to help reinforce what you're reading. There's Ahijah, Elijah, Micaiah. You know, there were more prophets than just the book prophets, but it also has the book prophets. And the cool thing that I like about this is that the prophet is named, and then the timeline when that prophet lived is named. That's so cool. And then the king and the scripture reference to when that king ruled and where they interfaced with the king, what their message was and what the significance was. I mean, it's over the top. Are you getting the point about ultimate study Bible? Okay. Here's one that shows an archaeological find about the fall of Nineveh. An inscription on the Babylonian Chronicle from 616 to 609 BC. Fantastic. Okay, let's look at another one. Look at this. In an introduction to a section, you have books in the section and little topics about little introductions to what they're about, like in most study Bibles. And look at this. A whole contextual Babylonian Empire color map. It's amazing. All right, let's look at another one. The disciples in the New Testament. I'll get my bacon bookmark out of the way. Okay. The 12 disciples. Look at that in extensive detail. Okay? Simon Peter. what was his occupation, what were his characteristics, and what were the major events about him in his life, what Jesus said about him, and a key reference from his life, and selected references about that disciple. A built-in study in the Ultimate Study Bible. And I came across this one, and I just had to bookmark it. Okay? Missionaries of the New Testament and their journeys. This is all, if you're paying close attention, each one of these tables is extremely valuable and unique. And I'm not even covering all of them. And so, we're moving through. Here's a character thing about Apollos. It tells us everything we could know about Apollos. He was a great preacher and expositor of the Old Testament into the New. And then, some of the major leaders like Herod Agrippa II. And look at this, Paul's journeys to Rome, all the places and what happened. Absolutely overwhelming and fantastic. Okay, what kind of Bible is this? This is the Chronological Life Application Study Bible. Oh my goodness. Now let's get back to where we were. And there's Herod Agrippa. And we're going to go over here to this other place. Names of Jesus in the book of Revelation. Isn't that fantastic? Sure, you could discover all this in your own regular Bible, but think of the work it would take to get to all of that. And all the while, no matter where you are, you've got a timeline to give you contextual place. There's an article about the library at Pergamum. How cool is that? Okay, and then when you get to the end of the Bible, you have this really cool Christian workers resource, how to become a Christian, how to follow up with new believers, Christian workers resource, mining through the treasures, tells you about what because there's so much in it, you need a guide to the study Bible. Okay, and then a complete exhaustive, I mean like a small commentary, book by book section with mega themes, blueprint, outline of each of the 66 books in the Bible. There's a reason I call this the Ultimate Study Bible. And then, of course, like most Bibles, most study Bibles, it has a very nice concordance. And then, after you get past the concordance, you have this amazing thing. Yes, a features index. That's right. All these bookmarks don't even tell half the story. Look at all the features in this Bible. You need a features index to tell you where everything is, right? I mean, it's amazing. I've got this one highlighted that I guess I don't have a bookmark for. It's in the book of Psalms. Psalms that have inspired hymns. Psalm 23, the King of love my shepherd is, my shepherd shall supply my need, and the Lord is my shepherd. That's just fantastic. Okay, and then as I get toward the end of the book, now I've already had a reference, a concordance, and I've already gone to a book by book section, and I've already had a features index. Then I get to the New Living Translation, dictionary and concordance. And I haven't mentioned this, but the actual translation of this Bible is the New Living Translation. And if you've watched our other Bible versions video, you know that New Living Translation is a dynamic equivalence paraphrase like the Living Bible of the 70s, but updated. And it's fantastic to go with a Bible like this. And of course, last but not least, it has maps, okay, in the back. Now there's one thing that you need to know before you get this Bible. If you're used to looking up books and verses and scripture references by the book and the chapter and the verse number, you can't find it in this Bible. It has all the text it's not in canonical order. It has all the text of the Bible, but what you have to do, literally, if you can believe it, and I know a lot of self-respecting Christians, this would drive you nuts, okay? But in the front of the book, you have a canonical table of contents from Genesis to Revelation, so that if you need Romans chapter 5, you just go to Romans 5, and it tells you it's on page 1654, and you can find it. But get this, if you'll take the time to do it, and the reason I call it the Ultimate Study Bible is you have to want to study the Bible to work yourself through this thing. It's amazing, okay? And here's 1651, Romans, big as life, okay? And it has all the associated Life Application Study Bible things to it. Now, in the description below, there's going to be a link to a couple of places you can buy this. And special thanks to Tyndale Publishers for producing this Bible, okay? It was worth my money to buy it. And I hope you'll get you one, or at least appreciate the value of looking at the Bible chronologically. This has been our special study on the New Living Translation Chronological Life Application Study Bible, the ultimate study Bible. Thanks for watching our special edition on study Bibles with Bible on the Go with Dr. Dan. Hit that like button, subscribe, share to your friends who are interested in learning more about the different kinds of versions and study Bibles, and our once a week look at the scriptures with Bible on the Go with Dr. Dan.